up, folks? We're here with another Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. So, before we get into the episode, you guys remember to go like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notification bell notify the podcast. If you're not listening on YouTube, you can go find us on all audio platforms from Spotify to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all that crazy-ish. You can go follow the co-hosts at rgap2 and eyesofd.lens if you want to follow them. One's a photography page, rgap does his podcast page. And you guys, go check a video out. I gave you guys 5 reasons why to watch One Piece. Now we're getting into the episode. I have a special guest, a homie, somebody I've been talking to probably since I first started. Somebody I've been very supportive in the community, and he's just the plug of Black anime content creators. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Devious Sama over here at Urban Sama. So I mean, he kind of explained it. Just trying to be a plug for Black creatives in the blur community. Really is just like what you catch me doing a lot is like you'll see me do reels, anime reels. We do death matches. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline. Yeah, and really like people call me Urban Sama, but the fun fact is like Urban Sama's a whole team. So
Right.
It's really I think like a team of 8 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the team is growing, and essentially like we trying to just make shit pop and spread awareness, spread love, because I think there's a lot of different brands like yourself that just needs a lot more spotlight, more attention than what it's currently getting. So that's kind of what we're here to try and accomplish while we create our own content and, just keep the shit moving.
Yes, sir. So today I'm going to talk to you about, the whole Urban Summer brand. But before we even get into that, I got to ask you about you, because who knows you better than you? So how did you get into anime, man?
So me getting into anime, I say it kind of like first started in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and really for me took off kind of like high school.
Right.
So the way I recount the story is like I was chopping up with my pops, and he was talking about this movie he wanted us to see, and it was by Studio Ghibli, and it was Spirited Away. So
Okay.
like
Classic.
one of my first big like I gotta give shout outs to is like Spirited Away for putting me on the anime. So like we watched that, and I was just like, yo, because that my previous experience was just like cartoons and shit. So I was like,
yeah,
no knock to cartoons, but I was like, yo, this is animated and it's a little bit deeper than just, happy go lucky shit.
right.
I was like, yo, this shit is hard. So, fast forward, of course, Toonami puts on a whole generation. So I'm up there watching DBZ, Cowboy Bebop, Naruto.
Right.
I actually caught a little bit of One Piece when it first started, but I fell off.
Yeah.
From there, it just kind of like evolved really for me, where I found enjoying watching anime more than I found watching like Western cartoons or even just like regular television.
Right. So what if I can break it down, basically your pops kind of showed you the Spirited Away. Spirited Away is a movie, right? I'm not tripping because I know. It's a movie. I'm not tripping. So you watch a Spirited Away movie, you just like, wow, like I realized there's stuff that can be animated and deep and stuff like that. Exactly. That can be kind of for teens or older adults, whatever type of thing, and not just like something gaggy like Family Guy or something like that.
Exactly. For me, it was the storytelling. Like it had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it wasn't just about like. Don't get me wrong, like Western
kind of like Power Rangers. I could do the Power Rangers thing where like each episode is kind of like what Western cartoons try to do is they try to make it so where if you just come home from school and any kid can just get into it, you don't have to really be following it to enjoy an episode. Whereas in anime, you might catch a filler sometimes if you're not watching it consistently.
Exactly.
So shout out to your pops, man.
Hell yeah. And it's funny because I don't even think he knew it was gonna blow up. Like as far as like me falling in love with anime, I don't know if he knew that was what was gonna trigger me. But
Right,
shout out to him, because after that it was just like sky's the limit. Like
right.
um actually was able to be like vice president and president of my high school's anime club. So that
Hey,
shit was pretty fucking dope. Like
lit.
somebody had to remind me of that experience, because I almost like,
Forgot.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
was like, dang, I did that.
Yeah, I'm in mine actually right now. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's about actually it's more than I think. It's about 15 of us, and we do sometimes we'll do a little Zoom thing and stuff like that. But I've been busy with this, but it's really fun and meets a lot of people who you think wouldn't even watch anime watches it. So I
Yeah.
want to segue into my next question about this because it's kind of people around your age, not calling you old, but I've seen a trend where like people at 20 like 5 to about 30, you guys are in that range of where anime was considered like kind of niche and weird. Did you ever go through any like kind of like bad talking of watching anime or any like situations where it's been like somebody's not mess with you because you like anime or something like that?
So here's the thing. Um, yes and no. And the
Hmm.
reason I say yes and no is because like growing up, I was able to kind of like bridge that gap between people who was really into anime and people who really wasn't into anime. So
Right.
like I would always talk about anime and people would be like, yo, that's not my thing, this, that, and the third. But it was never like somebody kind of like actively bullied me on it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just because I didn't put myself in a position to be bullied by them.
Right.
Um, and I only say not put in a position to be bullied by them because it was just like I wasn't afraid to be in love with anime. And it was also like when they would put their arguments, it would be like, okay, well, what's your favorite show?
Right.
Tom and Jerry. I'll be like, okay, what's so great about Tom and Jerry? Or if they gave me a real show like some MTV shit, I'd be like,
Right.
okay, that's what you into? Some drama, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this shit here has a story. It has
Right.
morals. It has principles.
Right.
Niggas getting it out the mud. I'm like, there's an anime for almost anybody, in my opinion.
Right.
So it was just like that. I don't even know if I answered that question right.
I mean, for what you're saying, it's just like nobody like nobody ever really bullied you because you were just like I guess like a bridge between it. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong. People was like, yo, that's just weird. Like you
Right.
watching cartoons and shit, but it was never like getting like physically harmed, or
Yeah.
if I was getting teased, I just didn't give a fuck because
Right. Right.
you couldn't tell
Yeah.
me anime wasn't the shit. You was watching some basic shit, according to
Right.
me.
Right. Right. I just want to tell a quick. I think you might know about this. I told you so. Like my freshman year, This is when I first picked up anime or whatever. I was watching Naruto, and I had this major crush on this girl. I didn't had a crush on her for probably like a year, and she was just like, "Well, I can't mess with you because you like anime. That's weird." I'm just like, "What does anime have to do with the person? The crit? Like, I don't even. I'm not even that person. I'd be like, necessarily you have to be like in like love with anime for me to date you." But it's like you have to respect, like you said, told me one time, respect it. And it's just like, what does anime have to do with like Christopher the person? So it's like, I'm not weird. I'm not
Exactly.
this like that. Like I'm a whole different person. But yeah, people who do that, y'all are lame, y'all whack. Stop being closed minded, all that.
And we don't give a fuck
Facts.
because we know the shit's fine. And
And I will whoop your ass. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No harm from
no,
getting show. No harm.
no. But it's funny because like, so even though not getting bullied, it definitely wasn't as popular. And then
Facts.
like fast forwarding to today, where like all like it used to be like niche rappers that was into this shit, like MF
Now
Doom,
we got
Rob
Megan.
Banks, Denzel. Exactly. Now you have mainstream rappers.
Right into it, and it's just like now like I've just seen like the even over the last 4 years of dance anime, I've seen the culture shock. Like now, like I might wear, like yesterday I went to my internship. I got a Naruto ring on, and I have this like One Piece shirt. He was like, "You watch One Piece?" He was like, "Yeah, man." Like he literally gave me a whole like breakdown of the show, and I'm just like, he's like, "Did you understand that though?" I said, "Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it from you, man." Like I said, I do this for like kind of a living in a sense of breaking down stuff. I just wouldn't expect you to do all that. So it's just it's become more popular. I mean, it still has a stigma with certain people, but like it's really breaking, like breaking that, I guess, niche, or breaking that stereotype or whatever. For sure.
Exactly. Because
For sure.
you got hood niggas loving anime.
Right.
Like
Right.
not bragging or nothing, but like I know some folks where you see them, you be like, bro, you into anime? He's
Right.
like, yeah, throwing up gang signs. I'm like, hold the fuck on. Like, how did we
Right.
get
Right.
here?
Right. Exactly. So my next question for you is kind of like, I guess we're getting to like the anime kind of side of it a little bit. So what do you think was your first like anime that you just fell in love with? Like that first anime that made you just fall in love with everything. Besides Spirit Away. Because Spirit Away does have a place in your heart, obviously.
Right. So as far as like TV series
Hmm.
goes, I mean, a lot of it in the beginning was what was available to me from like
Right.
basic cable. So I
Mhm.
mean, I think a lot of us that's Adult Swim. So it was DBZ.
Mhm.
I would also say Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Um, I'm fun fact, and I it tripped me out to find this out coming to the online like
Mhm.
community.
Right.
I fucking love Gundam Dog. I love mecha animes.
Uh,
And like when I came here and found out they weren't popular, I was like, oh shit. Damn, that kind of hurts.
I mean, I feel like, do you like Transformers, like this the series?
Yeah, I fuck with Transformers.
Yeah, so I can see why I don't like I never liked Transformers growing up, like ever. I just always thought it was like kind of just a little out there. But I'm willing to give it. I tried Evangelion. I really enjoyed some parts of it. I like the '90s version a lot better than the when they did the remake. Or they did like a remake or a reboot, I think, or something like that. And I just like the little '90s feels of it. It has a good opening. It just, maybe it's just not my style. I don't know.
Yeah, so
All right.
it's
So
not bad.
yeah.
It's it's a different taste, and the reason I like mecha animes is because
Hmm.
usually like the mecha is the action aspect, but they usually have like a lot of politics, a lot
Right.
of like what I consider like deeper things behind them, like
The
cross
only
logo
mecha I
type.
love, Code Geass, of course.
Everybody loves Code Geass, but that's fair. That's a goat anime. So
It is. It is.
Code Code Geass is like one of the best shits I've seen, especially early on. Like
Right.
I didn't realize it was it's not that it's unknown, but some people haven't seen it. And I'm just like,
It's just something
you
that
gotta
flies
go
under the
share it.
radar. It's just something that flies on the radar. It's not as marketable as some like the Naruto's and stuff of its generation. And even the Death Notes. I think Death Note gets a lot more love than Code Geass.
And that's crazy because I just think of them like as a staple. Like
Right. Right.
like I remember what is it? Ah nah, we ain't gonna put that out there. I'll just say there were streaming sites that would drop the stuff in Japan before it hit here, and
Right.
I would eat it up because they would have fan subbers just like fucking with
All
us.
right,
Shout out fan
when
subbers.
the FBI knocks through that door, that it's not my fault. It's not my fault, man.
I
All
don't recall. No
right.
no collusion.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're the key. So, for my next question for you is like, I guess, like I said, this is more than anime. What is your least favorite anime genre, bro? I know we're anime connoisseurs, but what is something you are not like? Like, you love it all anime. We love anime, but what is something that like, if you see it, you were just like, I don't know
My
about that genre.
least favorite. All right, so my least favorite. Damn, that's a good question because I try to like watch stuff and then make a determination of whether or not like.
Right.
But I guess the stuff that I least watch that I'm trying to work on watching more of is slice of life,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because a lot of times I grew up on like shonen and shit, so I
Right.
was used to a lot of action and kind of thought that was like the anime mold. So when I started finding out about like rom-coms and slice of life, like I found enjoyment in them kind of as I got older because it was like there was more they were more grounded and
Right.
humorous.
Right. and a little more like kind of like you can kind of relate to in a sense. Like maybe it's like shoujo was going to school, or with some slice of life things, or kind of like I saw this one argument that they said Mob Psycho was a slice of life. I was like, somebody said that on like it was some big page. I don't I don't want to shout, just I don't want to just bash them for that. That was a terrible take. But like yeah, I think honestly, as like within the last year, I've grown to love them more. Like of course, my first anime was Naruto. You always love your action, but sometimes you need like a break from the laser beams, and you need some time to just feel like, I guess, wholesome in a way. For sure.
Nah, I agree. So if y'all got some slice of life animes,
Drop them joints. Drop them.
Drop them bitches.
I mean, I got a lot for you, but you know how you are. You're light skin. You don't text back. So anyway,
that's all cap. I text this man all day.
Facts. Voice messages all day. Messages all day.
Anime Gensho, bro. Do not let him fool you.
Right. So we're gonna talk about what are some. Okay, this is putting you on the spot right now. What do you think is your top 5 mangas of all time?
Top 5 manga. All right. So as far as manga goes, hold on 1 second. Somebody ringing. I can't answer. All right, my bad about that interruption, bro.
You good.
All right, so you said top 5 manga.
All
right, so that's tough because even though I've been in the anime for a minute, like manga I would pick up from the library at school.
Right.
But I never had like a manga collection like that. So
mangas are expensive for no reason, man. I understand, support your creators. I get that, but try and get 3 or 4 volumes, you're gonna go broke.
Bro, them joints like $13 a pop. Like I went on a manga haul and I cashed the fuck out, and I was like, damn. I was like, yo, I spent more money on this than I spent on clothes.
Right.
I thrift.
Like I bought 1 volume for my aunt for Christmas, and it was like the first, like maybe like the first 80 chapters of One Piece. So I can understand why it costs more, but I wanted to buy her more volumes, and them bitches said like $45. I was like, I'm about to be broke.
So if I had to go top 3, maybe top 3, because I don't know if I can list 5 at the top.
Okay.
Or at least mine. It would be Berserk.
Okay.
It would be Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay.
And then Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay. I need to read all of those actually. Well, I'm gonna watch. Like the thing is about me is once I watch the show, it kind of like the whole show in its entirety. It's hard for me to be like I want to go back and watch the or read the manga. Excuse me, but it's just like Tokyo Ghoul got off the story so bad. It's just one of the shows you might just have to go back and be like, because it went off the wall. Well, the Berserk, I watched the Berserk anime 2016 or 2017 adaptation. Trash, god awful. I hated it.
Boo.
Bad, all of those things.
I need them to do Tokyo Ghoul and Berserk some justice. So
even on like the Mal rating, they had Berserk at a 6.5 out of 10, and they're most of the time they're generous.
And that's the thing, like that is kind of what pushed me to reading manga. It's like when I saw some anime adaptations that just felt kind of off. Like you said with like Tokyo Ghoul, I thought I was tripping, so I was lost. So like essentially I hit YouTube trying to find the answers, and come to find out they had a whole bunch of material that they could have used that they just did not pull from. And I'm just like, well, I think what originally happened was the anime got past what the manga materials was covering.
Oh, okay. And they had to kind of instead of doing, they couldn't really do fillers because it's not like a long running shonen, so they kind of just that happened with Blue Exorcist, I think too. They did that too. That's what I think happened. I heard. I think so. I kind of get why. And then with the Jujutsu Kaisen, before we get into it, what is Jujutsu Kaisen like? Naruto or Bleach? Come on now.
Jujutsu Kaisen is,
I think it's more
like Bleach,
but it has Naruto sprinklets. Like that's what I tell people. It has Naruto sprinklets.
because you got to take the whole like demons, like other society that people can't see,
Right.
the protagonists, all that shit into account. Because like he low
Right.
key is kind of like a new age Ichigo. Because what
Right.
was Ichigo doing before he even knew he had powers
Going to school.
and
Like
scrapping
I
niggas?
like I tell people, Bleach could have been like Bleach and this show. If they didn't get these just crazy power ups, they could have been some shojo joints, just going to school, trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
That's
So
true.
I need to read that because a lot like I've heard a lot of other podcasters say that they feel like it's overrated just because it has an, and I just don't think that. And I can't really argue that much. Season one was great off the anime, but I can't really argue with them crazy because I do tell people like if I was just going off of season one, I wouldn't give it like a go status yet because we still like there's still a lot that needs to be unfolded. But I do see the potential, of course. So I need to go read the manga so I can tell people like, hey, like if you think
You
it's
got to read the
overrated,
manga. Yeah,
you need to shut the hell up. This type of thing.
that's all I can say. Like I've been reading it, and then I watch like YouTube breakdowns. I'm a
Right.
big YouTube
I am
like
too. I am too.
if I want to find some anime info and I'm not prepared to sit down and read the manga itself, bro, read the manga. That's all I can say. Like that, if that shit isn't one of the big three of the upcoming generation, I don't know what
I mean, it's a
is.
lot of competition right now. It's a lot. You got Chainsaw Man, you got coming out, you got Spy X Family, you got Haikyuu's up there, My Hero's up there, Clover.
Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah. I just saw the manga cover about that on Viz today. You have a lot of stuff in there. It's gonna be a close. It's not gonna be like a overwhelming one. I think not yet. That could happen, but not right now.
JJK gonna be in the. It's gonna be in the
I
list.
believe so. I gotta read. I gotta read, man. I gotta read.
Because like you said, if I had to put it, all right, so if we looking at the new animes, and this might be a little off topic, I would
Mm-hmm.
say the new Bleach is JJK.
All right.
The new Naruto is My Hero Academia.
Right. I can see
And,
that.
and One Piece is just kind of like a phenomenon. So One
Yeah,
Piece
no,
is
One Piece is a phenomenon. It's literally it's not the norm. It's not the norm.
so it might even end up in that big three again.
Yeah, because like I mean,
It swarms generations.
here's the thing. It has like I think it's reaching the 1,000. I saw this on TikTok. It's reaching its 1,000th episode by November or something like that, and we're still in like chapter 10, 1017 in the manga or 1016 or something like that. And the episode's only like 977. And Oda was like, I still have like another 5 to 8 years to flesh everything out. So yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's amazing. Oh, I wish I could talk about it with you, but you want to be a loaf. No, I'm joking with you, man. I'm
Nah, I'm
joking
gonna
with
pick it up. I gotta
you. I
take
know.
some vacation time. Like if I can take some vacation time where I can start and I
Would
can
you read?
even
Would you
just
read or
read it,
watch?
I I'll say I'd watch. But
Mm.
I heard the read is also pretty
I would
smooth.
say the read, but read post time skip. Yes, I would watch it from like you'll know when time skip happens, but from the start to the time skip, I would watch it. But from time skip on, I would read it just if you want to get through faster. That's all. Because sometimes you have certain pacing issues and stuff like that in certain arcs. But it's still I love it. It's still enjoyable.
Okay. No,
But I
I'm gonna watch it.
bet.
Watch it. I know
I'm
I've
gonna
been
I'm
saying
gonna
it for a minute, but I'm gonna
I'm,
watch it.
I'm gonna start like a One Piece Virgin podcast like I'm doing with Bleach. I'm gonna have you on. I'm gonna have you on. I'm
Okay.
gonna get I'm gonna get some people on. We're gonna get this happening.
I'll
So
be on it.
yes, sir. So for my next question for you, we're gonna get a little negative, man. Just a little bit. Give me
Ooh.
give me 3 overrated animes to you.
3 overrated animes.
Like overrated still like guys, people at home. Overrated means it's still good, but it's not as hyped up as it is. Like something could still be a good show. It's just not what the masses thinks it is to this person.
Mm. Yeah, no, that is putting me on the spot. I'm real bad when talking like about certain animes because I
I
don't
should have
know.
sent you. I
I'm
should
one
have
of those
sent you
people where I
this.
feel like they got good stuff overall. Like
Right.
every anime is like does good in its own realm.
Right.
Um, overrated. Overrated. I don't know what I would count as overrated.
We can go positive. We can go with some underrated shows, like some shows you've been watching you think don't get enough hype. If you can't think of anything.
Mob Psycho.
Season 1 for me was kind of eh. I pushed through, but 2 was amazing. Season 1 for me was kind of meh. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
I thought season 1 was kind of meh. I loved it though. I still would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It's really good.
Mob Psycho is my shit, bro. Like down from I was just responding to a Twitter feed about like what's your favorite part about Mob Psycho, and I was just like everything. I fuck with the characters, the animation on point, action scenes on point, Mob's character development. I think it just kind of like hit people. My take is like when something's real different, it takes a minute for someone to be able to kind of digest what's
It
going
could have
on.
been that. It could have been that. Was it? I think the same creator creator who made One Punch Man made Mob Psycho, right? If I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I can look that up.
We can see though. And then like underrated. So the Mob Psycho creator is One. This man's name is One.
Yes. Yeah, he made Mob Psycho and One Punch Man. Yeah, he did. I knew I wasn't tripping.
One?
Yes, his name was One.
Like that number right there.
Like yes, like 1, like 0, 1 E.
That's just crazy. What else is underrated?
Or oh, I'm stupid. I said 0. Oh my god. It's 11 in the morning, folks. I'm tired.
He said he tired. I would say Code Geass. And I say Code Geass because I didn't realize how many people haven't seen it / watched it. Once again, just because like
the start of it is low key a little slow. I'm not gonna lie to people. I personally think the start of Code Geass was just a little slow. Just off the hype that I learned about it or heard.
I got a hot take. A lot of good anime start slow.
Right. No, I'm just saying that people like it's a general consistent whatever, you know what I mean. It's generally said or stated that Code Geass is a 9.5 out of 10, and a lot of people a lot of small-minded people have been going things thinking that because it's 9.5 out of 10 every episode needs to be a banger or whatever, and they let other people's expectations bring down their own view of it. Like it might not be a 9.5 out of 10 to you, but it's still gonna be something that's really good. You can't just call it trash because it didn't live up to your expectations of 9.5. It can still be a really good show. You could just be like, man, that dude oversold it a little bit. But it doesn't mean it's trash.
Yeah. Well, wait, we talk about underrated, right?
Yeah, we're talking about underrated. So you said Code Geass, Mob Psycho, and give me one more.
I guess it's given a good rating, but I feel like it flies under the radar a lot.
No, it's given a great rating. It's just a lot of people. It does because it's not like it doesn't have the face of like a shonen like eat them up like at first,
Exactly. But I guess that doesn't define underrated. So I'm probably.
I mean, it could to you because underrated means it's something that's really good. It's just not like it's not really put out there like other stuff. Like it's not really getting the same love to you. Like it's all about how you look at it.
Agreed. And then another underrated one. Let me see what we got out there. I be needing my I have like a hard drive full of like anime. Oh, I mean, nah, I'm trying to think of the third one. I would say for me, underrated.
I got 191 days. That's for me.
Yeah. Nah, that was a good one. That revenge story was juicy.
That's a good anime. And Bungo Stray Dogs. I talk about it all the time. I love Bungo Stray Dogs. Mwah.
Bungo Stray Dogs is good too.
Yeah.
I actually got a tattoo inspired by them. So
hey, Liddy.
Yes, sir. So I would go. Yeah. Okay. I say 91 Days is a good sleeper because that's one that's not seen a lot.
Right.
While that I don't see a lot, but that one.
It was good. It was fire.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Nah, fuck that. I don't even want to take none off your list.
No. It was mine. It was mine.
Sometimes I have going through the anime I've watched. It's like I have a hard time remembering.
Yeah.
Fun fact: your boy Devious smokes, so
Yeah.
there's a little bit of that in play. But damn, I just lost it. Oh no, Psychopaths, definitely
Psychopath.
underrated. Like I do not see nobody talking about Psychopaths.
I'm not gonna cap to you, man. It was a struggle for me to get through those first few episodes, but once I did, it was great. But like you said, most shows do start off slow. It just I was confused. It was like I was confused. I saw the potential. I just was really confused.
I feel like with anime, a lot of times, like what we're kind of used to is like they feed you a lot of information up front. So
Right.
like when you get an anime that doesn't feed you a lot of information up front, you kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Are they gonna explain it? Is it because they adapted this shit bad? Like
Right.
that type of deal. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Psychopaths, Mob 100, Code Geass.
Right. That sounds good. That sounds good. I have one more anime question to you, but I'm gonna say that for really the last question. I have like about 5 or 6 questions about the Urban Summer brand because you are, a big part of that, and your team is out here doing work. So you ready for that, man?
Let's go. Let's get
Okay.
it.
So like, how did this come about? Like, who started it? Um, how did this come about, basically, and when, if you can remember?
Oh shit. So this came about. It came about maybe like it was last year, so it wasn't like something that I've been cooking up for a long time.
Okay.
Um, and it was in the mid COVID, so
Right.
essentially like I'm working and I'm just sitting here with extra, not necessarily extra time on my hands, but at home more often, and
Yeah.
it made me kind of think, like reevaluate what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
who I was doing it for, and like it's like what's the meaning behind it. So
Right.
as far as urban summer goes, it was kind of like what would I love to do for the rest of my life, or what has been something that I love to do that has been consistent throughout my life.
Right.
And two things came to mind. It was anime, video games. So I was like, well, let's see what we can do here. So I took myself on the internet and was kind of looking for like black anime, trying to do my research and stuff like that.
Right.
And we didn't have a large enough presence as I felt like we should have, considering how much of the community we make up. Um, which essentially led me into looking for or looking to create content for us. But little did I know, I jump on social media or create the social media, and then I start finding like all these talented black creatives in the nerd community. And I'm just like, damn, okay, I can try and like create shit myself, which we still do. But I was like, what if we just took it a step further? And instead of trying to like keep the spotlight on us, we put spotlight on others, and we create a platform where anybody can come and connect,
Right.
and you have different content that caters to different crowds. So like we may not create the content that you're looking for, but our goal at the bare minimum is to get you in the hands of somebody's content that you can relate to, that you can fuck with,
Right.
and just show love.
Right.
Because a lot of times I feel like in the black community we don't show each other enough love. It's kind of like I need to get mine, you get yours where you can type deal.
Right. And I think me and you talk about this. There's a lot of things like I know with like I've seen that have hand with playing being somebody that plays like sports and stuff is all about like somebody like yelling like, oh, he ain't all that, he ain't all that. Like, even just not even sport, just anything's always like a competition where it's like life's not really like that. Like everybody had their own journey and adventure and getting to the point whenever that is. So it's like because you're not great at putting a ball in the hoop or being a football player, you can always be great at doing what we're doing or being a broadcaster or I don't know, being a debater. Like you can always. I think we don't. Some of us or a big portion of us always thinks it's one way to get out of a certain situation when there's a lot of ways you have to do the research and things like that. So I like that about you guys. For my next question is, do you think like over the year? What it's about to be a year? It's been a year now, right?
Yeah, we creeping
Okay.
up on a year. So we started the page, I think, October,
Okay, so getting
and
close to a
we
year.
started making moves in, I want to say, like August.
Okay, yeah. So because I started my podcast around August, but I remember seeing you guys for the first time around October, November, sometime like that. So in the year, at least for your experience, what do you think you have grown and got better at, like with the like with the marketing of yourself, or just talk to me about
Everything.
that.
And I say everything because I believe in being a student first.
Right,
And like at first it was like, okay, I need to everything.
right,
Because I do the edits for the videos. I put the clips together for the or I put the clips together for the videos, created the website, been working with the team as far as how we're gonna move everything. So it's just like it's been a lot of learning experiences in different areas. Like I don't think there's a day I go without learning some shit. Um, because I feel like I started from ground zero. Like I enjoyed anime, but I was never a content creator. Like my
right,
background is in IT.
right,
So
right,
like jumping in the creative space, it was kind of like, okay, I'm in the water. Like how do I make sure I don't drown?
right, 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 right. Like no, like, I think a lot of us know ever. I talk to everybody. Really, no experience with editing or putting stuff together, or even like with me, I had a big. I think maybe everybody tells me I do great with reaching out with people and stuff like that. But at first, I was scared to do that at first. Like I was just like, like what if they just say I'm weird or like this, and just the normal, I guess, things that everybody thinks about. But it's like, like you said, just learning something new every day. That's the goal to get better.
Reaching out to people, I second you on that because reaching out to people is very, very, and still to this day, like I kind of get like the jitters, like,
Right,
okay,
right,
I don't want this. Cause like for me, reaching out to people is like, I don't want people to think I'm trying to like use them. And I
right,
don't want people to think I'm looking for a handout.
right.
So it's just like, I feel like you do that very well. Cause I mean, just look at the number of people you've worked with. Dude, you are amazing. Like,
Thank
I
you.
I'd
Appreciate
be
it.
looking to you for like motivation, inspiration. I'm like, damn, Gensho reached out to the voice actor from Rock Lee, and I'm just like, I'm over here scared to reach out to people within the community. So I'm like, all right, let me put on my big boy pants,
Right.
and let the worst they could say is no.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. I've learned that my whole life. My mom taught me that even with, the female aspect, the worst thing anybody can say to you is no or block you. And that's okay. That's their loss if they don't want if they do that. But
exactly.
I got something to ask you. This is let's look in the crystal ball. 5 to 10 years, where do you want to see Urban Summer at?
All right, so basically 5 to 10 years, what you can expect from Urban Sama is you're going to see us as the number one Black creative hosted platform for the blurred community.
Right.
Um, we're going to have some, at least the United States reach, but most likely worldwide reach.
Okay.
We're hoping to be able to impact the lives and essentially make it to where when you go on Google and you try and search Black anime, Urban Summer comes up. And
Right.
when you see Urban Summer, you either gonna find a content creator you love in house or out of house. So it's just like I want to create this safe space because I've seen a lot like on TikTok, even IG and different social media platforms where we really don't have a safe space just to be Black and happy, bro. And that shit bothers me.
Hmm.
Um, so really, I want to transform ultimately Urban Summer into I don't know if it's a social media platform per se, but a
Hmm.
platform kind of like YouTube or Instagram where you can actually upload your content and be in a safe space where you feel like you can create and you're not going to be falsely judged for like I've heard all type of dumb shit like they they um they block shit because they think it's violent, but it's not violent.
Right. Right.
Um, they be blocking shit because they think it's like porn, but it's not porn, and it's
Right.
just like, dog.
Maybe ain't nothing wrong shaking a little booty meat, man. Y'all be alright.
Nah, for real. Like, and the thing is, like, it's really just like targeted for us, which I feel like is problematic. So I want to create a space where you can feel safe and push up and be able
Right.
to express yourself creatively among people who gonna get what the fuck you're talking about. Because everybody loves Black culture, but nobody really wants to like understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anybody, not putting that out to like nobody outside the community, but I think you have to be a part of the community in order to get some of the humor,
Right.
some of the things, and see beyond what you think is just like violence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the 5 to 10 year plan. We're going global. You know, I'm a kidnap Gensho. Essentially, we're gonna be the next G4 TV. That's actually the best way I can put it.
Yes, yes,
We're
yes.
gonna be the Black G4 TV, baby. Video games, anime,
All,
comics. We
all
just
weep,
gonna host it.
all weep stuff, all weep stuff.
Conventions. Let's
That would be
fucking
lit.
go.
That would be lit. That would be really lit. When, especially with being at home for like the last year and a half, that would be. I need one, man. I need one.
Yes, sir.
I got my last question for the brand or whatever. Well, it's mostly kind of for the brand and kind of for you. If it, what is one per? I know you said you take inspiration from a lot of different people. I think we talked about this. What is one person you think like with what you do? Do you think you might mold your game after like with the way you move and stuff? Like one content creator you look at like, man, if I could take just most of his or some of his it factor,
Man. Let me. You mind if I give you two?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's your
Two.
list, man.
It's two.
Got you, got you, got you.
Yeah, I say two. So, two people I really look up to, especially in our space.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First and foremost, Navy, Navy, Navy. I can't stress this enough. Navy Montel, y'all. If y'all not following Navy Montel, I need y'all to go ahead and slide right now into Instagram and go ahead and follow my guy. His energy is just like, it really speaks to me. And then he's just like so confident in himself, of being himself, and it really like, it's a booster for me. I love how he carries himself. I love how he speaks with people. I love how he calls them convos instead of interviews, because he's actually kind of like going back and forth with you, you know. um I love his family mentality. I don't know, that guy right there. I am a Navy stan. So if
You're
any
gonna send me
Navy
his.
slander comes through,
You're gonna send me his stuff because I sound like somebody I would love to work with. You're gonna send me something.
facts. Nah, I got you.
Let me do
So yeah, any Navy slander, you gonna have to run me my fade.
that.
um, and then the second one would be hip hop and anime vibes, and
Mhm,
I have to give him his flowers, because when I first started and thinking about like doing podcasting and stuff like
mhm.
that, I stumbled across his page and I loved his energy. I loved his vibe. I loved how he
Is that old
took the
pop?
time.
Is that the old? My bad. Is that the older guy? The older
I
guy
don't know
you
if I call him old.
not older.
Nah,
Is
nah,
he
that's Navy Montel. The
oh, okay,
older
okay,
the older
okay,
guy is
okay,
Navy.
okay.
He's like
I love his energy.
no white
Love it.
beard.
Yeah, 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 love his
That's
energy.
my dude. That's
Yeah,
my dude. Um,
grandpops of anime for sure.
Man, anytime I can get in one of his lives is just like a day booster. But I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna calm down because I go on and on. Like, um, but yeah, hip hop and anime vibes. He's
Right.
another one you should definitely check out. He does like interviews where he sits down with different brands, kind of like what you're doing,
Mhm.
and I just really fuck with his energy.
Right.
Dude's a smooth, cool cat. I love this sound. Like his whole production and setup was just like, I was like, yo, if I want to be in this space, I need to get my shit up to that level. Like, um, So shout out Hip Hop and Anime Vibes. I love what y'all do. I think he's been on a small hiatus, but I can't wait for him to come back and tune into more of his stuff. So yeah, those are my two.
Bet. So I have the last question of the day for you, man. I know it's gonna be hard. You gotta give me your top 10 anime of all time.
Top 10 anime of all time. Man, list. All right.
Okay, so you don't. It doesn't have to be ordered. If you don't want it to be, if it's too hard to be ordered, that's cool. Just what's in that 10.
The 10. All right. But we're talking anime, not manga at this
Yeah,
point.
anime, no manga. All these are all animes.
All right, let me see. Code Geass.
Okay.
Death Note.
Okay.
Evangelion.
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop.
4.
Let me see what else was really impactful for me. I ain't gonna hold you. It's gonna be kind of hard to put one of them down, but I say the Gundam series.
Okay.
Like I can always pull something that resonates with me from Gundam.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the mechs. Maybe most recently, this might be a hot take. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to tap. Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Okay.
I fuck with that shit heavy.
Okay.
All right, what does that put us at? Like 5?
Yeah, you're at 5.
All right, 5 more. Let's see.
Would you throw Naruto up there?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So like with my top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I be like neglecting like the obvious ones because I'll be like everybody's gonna say that.
Yeah. No, for sure. But like Naruto's great, man. You gotta put it up there.
Yeah, definitely Naruto.
I would put
Bleach.
Tokyo Ghoul season 1. That one's up there.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tokyo Ghoul. But you got to count the whole anime.
Yeah, right.
That's the problem. So like, if it's a manga / anime list, Tokyo Ghoul is gonna be on my list every time.
Right.
And then what else?
Right now you at 6, by the way.
6.
Yes, sir.
All right. So 4 more. Let me see. I already told you Mob, right?
No, not yet. You not said Mob, but at 7.
Yeah, I really fuck with Mob Psycho 100. Oh, I'm tripping. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hey, that's
that shit. That shit replayability is like
up there.
Chef kiss. 2 more. It's tough because it's like top 10 lists. I feel like I fucked up my
Hunter.
Oh yes, of course. Yes,
Hunter. Okay. You at 9.
Last but not least, what is something that I've just like seen over and over again?
Would you put AOT up here?
AOT? It's a top anime, but I don't know if I put it in my top 10 list.
Right.
I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers. Like
that'd be okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
Are we just saying like the top? Because it's personal, right?
It's not
the top 10 of all time.
It's not your top 10 all time. It's your what you really love top 10 all time.
What would I throw the last one? Let's see. Dun. Nah, what the hell was that one show? Huh. Last one would be I already threw Bleach up there.
No, you haven't threw Bleach. You haven't. I said Bleach.
Oh, I think I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't say Bleach. You said Mob Psycho. You didn't say Bleach. You did not say Bleach.
Back. I think I repeated some.
No, you didn't. I can tell you. You had Code Geass, Death Note, Hunter x Hunter. You had Full Metal Alchemist. You had Mob Psycho. I'm trying to think. What else did you say? What else did you? Evangelion. You had. I'm trying to think. Did I forget too? Lord.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll play it back.
I
I'll
was
play it back.
saying Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans,
Right.
or Gundam series in general. I think I said
And
Death Note,
Naruto. And Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah. So you're at 9 right now. So just one.
Yeah, and I think I said Death Note.
Okay. Okay. No, I already said
I
Death Note.
think.
I said Death Note. It was your number 2 or 3.
Let me see. Ba, 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 ba. I'm terrible at pulling shit out my head at the spot. And we have Cowboy Bebop on my list.
You did not.
Nah, yeah, I definitely said Cowboy Bebop. I know
Okay.
that one for a fact. Cowboy
Okay,
Bebop is.
but
I've watched that show more than I've rewatched that show more than any anime. I'm sure.
sheesh.
Like
Sheesh.
as far as like, because for me it's like I usually watch something once
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm done, and then I
Right.
might revisit it if it was really good. But
Right.
I've rewatched Cowboy Bebop like 3-4 times,
It takes a
if
lot for
not
me.
more.
It takes a lot for me to rewatch a show because it's like I've seen it. Like I feel like it's hard for me to be like, unless I really love it. I've rewatched Death Note 6 times. So
Yeah, and Death Note is another replayability factor. I think I've seen that one like 3 times
right.
from start to finish.
Right. That last like 12 episodes kind of hard to get through, but you know, the first 20 something are worth it for sure.
Killing L was just shit. Spoiler alert.
This anime is it came out 06. They'll be fine.
All right, cool. So yeah, killing L was just like, I think that's a hard act to follow. It's just
Right.
like,
You think they should have just ended the show after that type of thing? Like your personal opinion?
I don't think they should have. I think they could have ended it after that point.
But then
I
there's like the bad guy wins, I think, type of thing. I don't know.
I wouldn't have minded that.
Right.
You know, I really like animes that actually like go against my expectations. Actually, dang, but Jujutsu Kaisen isn't fully done yet because I
Right.
put Jujutsu Kaisen up there. To
Right.
be honest with you, on that top 10 list as like an honorable mention, because I think I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but it's Gigi. Um, that dude, I love what he does, kind of like with audience expectation and stuff like that. Like he's always kind of like, all right, I know you expecting this, but here's what I'm gonna give you anyways. And it is just like it's golden.
Right. I think that's it for me though, bro. Like that was my last question for you. You can plug your stuff if you want.
Oh yeah, for sure. So essentially, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Clubhouse, our YouTube. I don't think we have anything up there yet, but essentially, anywhere you start to think of, look for Urban Summer, and if we not there yet, we gonna be there. So believe that.
That
That
sounds
is my
good.
ninja way.
That sounds great, man. I really appreciate my bro. Like he said, we literally talk all day, every day about anime and life. So it's great to finally have him on the podcast and just chop it up and kind of share what his views and what he's trying to do with you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. You can find us on YouTube, of course, but on all podcasting platforms. And you can follow us on TikTok if you want ML Show. I hope you guys really enjoy this episode, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.